So yun po, good afternoon. So we are from Group 5 and today I will be discussing about coagulation cascade. So next slide po. So overview hemostasis, arrest bleeding from a vessel wall defect and simultaneously maintain fluidity within the circulation. So um, uh, hemostasis is it is the body's process na kung saan ginagamit siya para ma-stop yung bleeding after a vascular injury, and ginagamit siya to maintain blood sa fluid state nito is under normal conditions, and will form a clot when it is needed. So here we have three main stages of hemostasis, which is primary hemostasis, secondary hemostasis, and fibrinolysis. Next slide po. Yan. Yan. So, but in this, so we have three main stages of hemostasis: primary hemostasis, secondary, and fibrinolysis. But in this video, we will be focusing on the secondary hemostasis, na kung saan mahahanap natin mahahanap yung process ng coagulation cascade, as it is the core mechanism of this stage. So here sa secondary hemostasis is siya yung step kung saan it is the body's way making blood clots stronger gamit yung mga special proteins, which is our clotting factors, para ma-turn yung fibrinogen to fibrin na bubuo ng fibrin mesh that will hold the clot together and help stop the bleeding. So sa secondary hemostasis naman is the process that stabilize a blood clot formed during primary hemostasis. So sa intrinsic pathway naman is starts the clotting process. Second is inside the blood vessel, triggered when blood comes into contact with damaged vessel within damaged vessel wall or negatively charged surface, and it involves clotting factors, which is 12 factors, 12, 11, 9, and C8. So si extrinsic pathway naman is starts blood clot when there is a external injury. Second is responsible for the initial generation of activated factor, and whereas the intrinsic pathway amplifies its production, and third is involves clotting factors, factors 7 and factors 3 and factor 3. So sa third naman is the common pathway, which is the final part of the clotting process. Second is intrinsic and extrinsic pathway converge, and lastly is it involves clotting factor 1, 2, and 2, 5, 10, and C13. So sabi po doon is si intrinsic pathway is siya yung nag-i-start ng clotting process, 'di ba? So example is siya din yung nagti-trigger ng blood comes into contact damaged vessels or walls negatively charged surface. Example is si collagen. And kasama na din yung clotting factors ng 12, 11, 9, and C8. So sa extrinsic naman is it is activated when there is a cut injury externally, and tatandaan din natin siya sa mnemonics na extrinsic for external injury, and if elements here sa extrinsic pathway is activated, it will lead to our next pathway. So sa extrinsic pathway naman is starts blood clot when there is external injury. So so sa common pathway naman is dito is both yung intrinsic and yung extrinsic pathway magme-meet siya to form blood clot, which is responsible siya sa pag-stabilize ng fibrin mesh so the clot stays firm. So sa common pathway is siya yung final part, and siya yung final part ng clotting process. And ayun, extrinsic and si intrinsic pathway is extrinsic and intrinsic pathway meet to form strong blood clot, and it involves coagulation ng factor 1, 2, 5, 10, and 13. Ayun, ayun. So, next po. Naman sa intrinsic pathway is mag-i-start siya with the factor 12, and i-activate siya by contact with either exposure sa collagen or sa glass surface. Then yung activated na factor 12 is i-activate niya si prekallikrein that turns into kallikrein, that in which will amplify the activation of factor 12, all with the help of cofactor, high molecular weight kininogen or HMWK, and si intrinsic pathway then is inactivate niya yung na-activate na factor 12. It will activate the factor 11 and and i-activate niya si factor 11 and i-activate, di ba, yung activated factor 12 will activate the factor 11, and i-activate ni factor 11 is yung factor 8, in which factor 9 pala, which is activated factor 9 will activated si factor 8. Yan. So si extrinsic pathway naman is extrinsic pathway involves factor 7 and factor 3 forming activated factor 3 and 7 complex, which then will activate factor 10, which will lead to the common pathway. So si common pathway naman is nag-i-start siya either sa intrinsic or extrinsic pathway. I-activate niya si factor 10, and it combines with activated factor 5, activated factor 5, and si calcium ions, phospholipids is calcium ions and phospholipids to convert prothrombin to thrombin, which is called prothrombinase complex. So si thrombin, si thrombin na, yung thrombin na is activate fibrinogen. Si thrombin i-activate na naman si fibrinogen to soluble fibrin, and also activate factor 13, and together with the soluble fibrin will form the cross-linked fibrin or fibrin mesh. And lastly is si thrombin can also help amplify the activation of factor 5, 8, and 11. Yun lang po.